Hey, you came back! Welcome back to Myth Chasers, the series which tests your weird and wonderful questions in the ever-changing world of Fortnite Battle Royale. If you have a myth which needs busting, throw it in the comments below and upvote those you'd like us to waste our time trying. Please think about using code ADAMARU in the store to support me, but liking and subscribing are just as great, if you'd be so kind. That is far too much begging for one episode. Let's chase some myths. Let's start with a simple one. Marvel Fandom asks, what happens when we use the pointed out emote whilst using Cap's shield? Broken emotes. Who doesn't love myths about broken emotes? This one is for you, my friend. Here's the pointed out emote with Captain America's shield cross axe selected. Oh dear, it's totally broken. And I kinda love it if I'm honest. What about you? Okay, on to the real stuff. The main question of this episode. UFC guy asks, do Marauders use gliders? It's simple and effective. As Marauders enter the world from up high, it would make sense that they have something to stop them crashing down to the ground and being eliminated. But how on earth could we test this? Well, we didn't have to wait long because this person says this. What happens when Marauders go to steamy stacks? Let's do this. I put out a call on my Discord and 40 of us jumped into a custom game and tracked down a bunch of Marauders. We slowly tempted them towards the stack in a race against the storm circle. We got them there, but then we had another issue. The Marauder would not walk over the Kevolution waters. Somehow, he put one step out of bounds and he started to fly, but it wasn't for long enough to see if he popped a chute. But then, as the storm took us, the community managed to push him over the edge one more time, and here it is. A Marauder flying in steamy stacks. But will he pull his chute? And there it is, a Marauder Glider. If you haven't seen one before, that's their glider. That took far longer than expected to capture, but we got it, and now we know for certain Marauders can save themselves from a deadly fall using glider redeploy. We took this one step further and used fishing rods and Kit's yeet launcher to double check this myth, which led to this moment here. The Marauder was happy to skydive constantly in steamy stacks. He didn't even move when the storm circle engulfed us all. And guess what? We have another myth to try just here. Tim the Tanned Man, okay, I like what you did there, GG, says, myth, Marauders are immune to storm damage. Great myth. I've tried this before with a group of Marauders who outlasted me in the storm previously, but now we have the perfect guinea pig. We all watched on and waited for the storm to take our lives. Our brothers and sisters popped one by one, they were eliminated. We healed as much as possible, and just when the myth looked to have been proven, the Marauder went bang.
Got him!
So we learned that Marauders do take storm damage, but it's far less damage than compared to Jules and the other bosses in the world. Interesting stuff. Next myth, Fizzle Whizzle on Discord writes, what happens if you lead Marauders to the whirlpools? At first I totally misread this and simply threw a Marauder into a whirlpool. It does this if you didn't know. But then I reread the myth, lead a Marauder. We must tease the Marauder into going into the whirlpool under their own volition. Once again, we worked as a unit and tried for the biggest whirlpool there is. We lost many players in this pursuit, but finally one Marauder swam into the whirlpool, and this happened. Wow, once again he saved his own life by using a glider, and even continued to eliminate us all after landing back down. These Marauders are legendary warriors. Next myth please. Oh, in fact, let's break from Marauder myths and instead bring in a challenge. 68419 asks, how many workbenches can be stacked up? Oh, so we're making the Leaning Tower of Pisa out of workbenches. Okay, I'm cool with this. Once again, I threw out a call on Discord and we all jumped in, and one by one, we began to stack the upgrade benches. And if you're wondering, anyone can join me in these meetups. I'll link the Discord below. I just do these at random with whoever's online. Anyway, we all searched the island and joined back together in the final few circles. Our first attempt was going so well. Look at the size of this beast. Really impressive. Until someone accidentally broke down the tower when I asked everyone to remove the builds around the tower. And you totally ruined my life, thank you so much. But it's okay, mistakes were made, but we're made of sterner stuff. So we tried again. And check out what we built. A total of 30 in one stack, 30 upgrade benches. This is officially a world record, I'm told. GG everyone who took part. But is it possible to beat this? Whether you use Battle Labs or a public game, I challenge you to beat our world record. And this goes out to any other YouTuber too. The grenade community challenges your community to beat our erection. Bad words, but you get the idea. Good luck! You're gonna need it. Okay, back to those Marauders. Let's quickly finish the trinity of challenges. Sub to me asks, will a Marauder use a launch pad? This one is a super simple one for us all. We knew that Marauders wouldn't deliberately jump on a launch pad without being coerced, so I forced them to follow me across a sky bridge. Then, when the Marauder was perfectly above the correct spot, I let him drop. Okay, I totally missed and messed up completely and deserved to be knocked myself. With me out of the way, the grenade family did this for me, because I'm useless. They were able to test this myth from 2 different heights, from less than 1 tile above, and then 6 tiles above, and both led to the same result. The Marauder uses the launch pad and safely deploys their glider to land and continue the chaos. I feel like we've learned a great deal about Marauders today. GG everyone. So, dynamic fire is now at our fingertips in Fortnite, from the flare gun to the fireflies, and this has led to many questions and myths. And then this one caught my eye. Rasputin88 states, the water balloon emote puts out fires. What? This must be too good to be true, so I jumped back in again to see if we had a pay-to-win emote in Fortnite. We can't have, can we? For this one, the grenade fam hunted down flare guns, fireflies, and mats, and met up, and we had our snowball and water balloon emotes ready to go. I chose these because these are water and snow, or ice, and they explode on impact. Could that help? We then set up 2 important buildings worth saving. Hutwatch. Both made of wood. We also had people ready to die inside Hutwatch, like real patriots. With the first Hutwatch, I used the fireflies, and we immediately attempted to put out the blaze only using emotes. Yeah, that sounds really silly when I say it out loud. Well, check out the results. An absolutely huge mess, a massive L. This did not have a chance, and I'm kinda gutted if I'm honest. I would have loved to see emotes as an actual mechanic in game, but like we said, that would create a pay-to-win scenario with those who have the emote and those of us who don't. So this leads to the second Hutwatch. Tons of you guys asked if we could check out the Chug Splash myth. Is it true? Will Chug Splashes put out fires? We set up the exact same experiment, and once the fire took hold, we threw our beverages. And oh wow, almost immediately put out the fire, it is no more. Hutwatch is saved. Huzzah. Hashtag Hutwatch for life. Okay, let's finish our work on the Marauders, the final one of the episode. Myth. Marauders won't attack disguised players and won't find you if you hide in a bush. So a double myth here, what do you think? Will Marauders look in bushes to find us? And can we walk past a Marauder wearing a disguise? I'm not convinced, so let's try this. Yesterday, a new group of people jumped in from the Discord. Everyone except me put on a disguise. It's 3 to choose from around the world. Everyone then walked over to the Marauders and, well, you've guessed it already, haven't you? Everything failed here. Every one of them was shot. Meanwhile, I decided to stay in a bush, and to my surprise, it worked. The Marauders walked straight past me and didn't give me another thought. But here is the main thing to be noticed. Once the Marauders find a target, they will be completely focused on them until another person shoots or hurts them. So realistically, the Marauder wasn't bothered that I was in the bush. It's not that he didn't see me, it's that he couldn't care less about me. Kinda like my parents. To double prove this point, one of the disguised players never shot a single bullet at the Marauders, and he was left unhurt for many minutes. So it may look like it's possible to hide or disguise yourself from Marauders. It sadly isn't though, you will get hit eventually. So myth busted. I think that's enough myths for one day. We've chased enough today. Thanks to everyone on my Discord who helped out, really appreciate it, and thanks to you if you're still here now. On screen are more of the legends who are kind enough to rock my code ADAMARU in the store and then send me a DM on Twitter. There's details in the description if you want to join the Legends roll call next time. I'm Adam from PlayStation Grenade, and it's been a pleasure. And guess what? We're starting a new tradition. We're going to finish the video with a dad joke. Are you ready? What did the late tomato say to the other tomatoes? Don't worry, I'll catch up.